in Sieff Hospital in Sieff with in the wards of soldiers who have been injured in the battles just north of here. This hospital itself is home to a ward of children who have been injured in the rockets that have landed in the area. In this very hospital, only a few days ago, rockets landed and did damage in the foyer. I'm here in the soldiers' ward to share a few moments with our friends who can't be identified for security reasons, who wants to share just a few moments of insight and thoughts what happened to him in the last few days. Sure.
My unit was liberated in South Lebanon, and we entered the house. During the morning, we got hit from 3 rockets.
The fighting, the Hezbollah, they're putting civilians in danger. They're using their.
Yes.
You found their rockets were close to people's homes.
Beneath the house, beneath the floor. Under the stairs.
Wow. Okay. Wish you a refuah shalem and we wish you well. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, where I live in between Stad and Rosh-Pina, in a place called North Kinneret. And for the last 2 weeks we lived with bombs in shelters. This child, one of the kids, most of the kids are actually very afraid, and they get to the hospital not because they broke something, but because they broke their heart, because they feel it in their stomach, because their head is so out of nothing. So that's how we live. You could be walking, you could be eating, and suddenly you've got to run. You've got to look after yourself, you've got to guard yourself, and you've got to go into the shelter or a room.
What kind of injury?
Horrible thing, from my point of view, is there are no children on the streets. In the afternoon, while our children are allowed to ride the bikes, are allowed to play, there are no children. Most of the children went to the middle of the Merkaz or to Tel Aviv or somewhere, but they are not on the streets. No children on the streets.
And can I ask you, the kind of injuries you're seeing here in the children's ward of the hospital, what do they range from?
Mostly charada. That they are very scared, they get the word?
Shock?
Shock, yeah.
Okay.
From the shock, yeah, and they, from what I understand, they try to release as many kids as possible, otherwise broken arms or whatever.
Okay. And psychologically, I imagine there's a much greater trauma.
Psychologically is the biggest trauma. The biggest trauma is psychologically. I'm a teacher, and what we do is we phone the kids a couple times a day, couple times a week. We phone the kids just to find out that they're okay, and that's
Not really.
that is the trauma. And we're getting ready for the beginning of the year. You cannot start teaching ABC when the kids are coming out of a bomb shelter, goodness gracious me. When you hear shelling all the time, you cannot start teaching ABC.